Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm talking about Wayfinder here in this video, and in this video we're going over a lot of the quality of life sneak peeks they got for Quality of Life 2, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the PlayStation 5 stuff that's happening. They have some information to share with that going on, and I waited a little bit longer to put this together because they've been kind of piecing it over the weeks, and I wanted to have something kind of more full to give you guys to munch on. So let's go ahead and jump into these posts here. This is on Twitter. I'm kind of doing this Ludwig style with my tabs. Never mind Crunchyroll up there. So this is on Twitter here. It says, the team is hard at work on Quality of Life Update 2, new and improved melee control. Freely control every swing to the last second, navigate combat, and deliver precise fatal blows. Wayfinder Echoes is available for early access now. And then we have a little video here showcasing being able to kind of swing in any direction in a combo. You know, sometimes combos you get locked into a direction and it's kind of hard to swing around everywhere. So this is showing them turning around while swinging the sword at the same time in various directions. I mean, I think that's a pretty cool thing. I never felt like I had issues swinging the sword, but this is one of those changes that you'll have to see or feel in action, like when you're playing the game, as far as watching it, because it's all about how you're moving your thumbs on the sticks or your mouse and keyboard, your WASD keys, however you play the game. It all depends on how it feels when you do that. So looking at the video, I don't think really helps that well. But it looks like we got a little something else happen here too. Grazer meat. They killed a random grazer out here. Far Traveler bands. We got some hands for Kairos. A grazer meat housing decoration. A Keymaster Echo. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the next section, which is Advanced Accessory Sorting. So we'll be able to sort our accessories by set pieces, ability power, weapon power, echo types, and more. Right now, it's just like this top part, name, rarity, power rating, and recently acquired. And the additional is going to be this added that's behind me underneath this line here, where it says set and has attack echo slot, and everything underneath that is going to be all the added ways you'll be able to sort your accessories, which is going to be very useful. Let's say you're trying to find something, you want to boost up your crit rating or your ability power or weapon power, you'll be able to just go to that weapon power and it'll sort to that. You can see what you have the highest one of and if it fits with your set or not or whatever, and go from there. So I think that's a pretty good change there. More options for the accessories is really good. Step into our next section, which is going to be a housing update. A little sneak peek here where there's now like a back porch / balcony here on the housing side. You can see this window back here is the window where we set all our stuff on, the window sill. So now we're gonna have all of this area to set our random things on, our multiple pets, multiple birds, multiple cats, if they don't jump off, all that good stuff. Next, we have a quality of life update sneak peek number 2, which says even more ways to make new friends in Wayfinder Discord invites. So you'll be able to instantly join and invite, no friends list required, real-time character and progression display. And so we have a little picture here of showing like what the settings menu looks like, and it has an allow game invite request switch, and that's turned on here under Discord. There's also Discord activity where it can show what you're doing on Discord. You turn that off if you don't want people seeing that. And then your primary activity image, if it's telling you, like the image will show if you're fighting a boss or if you're in a zone or something like that. And so that's what it'll do that. And then here they're showing what it looks like here. If you want to invite somebody to join, or if you want to join somebody, need one more to take down the Reaver King, you can send invites out to people. It goes into the Discord, and I guess that's it. I don't know why I showed the little Airship Syndicate logo, but okay. But that was the last sneak peek we had on Discord. Now we switch over, or on Twitter, if we switch back over to the Discord, we have a few more sneak peeks. Yes, I know there's a lot of red there on the side. Don't worry about that. Let's keep looking here. First off, we have this armor set. It's like Senya killed a bunch of wolves or saber cats and decided she wanted to wear them. Of course, you'll be able to dye all this stuff as well. I think the arm looks pretty sweet. We have a weapon ability, which is for a weapon called doesn't say what it's called. So we have perform a savage attack with your blade. Any enemy killed by lingering urges will grant a stack of blood mania, increasing weapon power and causing the player to heal when striking enemies. Killing enemies while blood mania is active refreshes its duration, stacks up to 20. Now that could be either a weapon or it could be a ability. Oh, it says weapon ability, so it is a weapon. Next we have the sneak peek here of Van or some other characters with some armor, and they're out in another location, kind of like a new location. Has this weird fish mallet with eyes on it. That was kind of weird. It's like an old one dagger, the gloom dagger here, and some bug daggers as well. It's a cool axe. There's the cat stuff. That's an interesting look. That hat. So we have this from a different angle. It kind of reminds me of like Orko from He-Man, or I would say Jamiroquai, or some Pilgrims or something. What's the other guy? Van Helsing. But that's it right here. Main story quest completed. Last save, August 9th, 2024. We already know how that is. Difficulty heroic world scaling. See this here? So now you'll be able to turn on world scaling to where the enemies in the various locations on the map will scale to your level. And I don't know if it'll scale to your gear score or just scale to like your regular character level, or scale to like your power rating. I don't know if that information, but we know what world scaling is and how it operates, and that's going to be a thing that happens with the world scaling. So there's that world scaling. Now on to the Sony news. News about Sony here. It says, has A-Strip Syndicate gotten any feedback from Sony, or is it just radio silence? And they say we're in constant communication with them. They're fixing things on their end before we can submit for certification. Have they at least committed to a fast certification? Solid says, no, we get no special treatment, have to go through the same certification process as a new product, sadly, so it will be a 5-day turnaround time for them to get back to us with issues. I mean, there's a 0.000000001% chance we pass on first submission. And then they said, I thought it was already undergoing certification, which I also thought as well. And Sarl-san said, as did I. Sorry, guys. It seems there were some communication hiccups about its exact state previously. I'll take the hit for this miscommunication. Solid A says, we have it in testing at PlayStation and internally, which is different than certification. Sorrow clarifies and says, testing is exactly what it sounds like. We test internally. Well, this is a clarification that Solid says. And Sony tests things on their end. We have a lot that's changing, so it's taking some time. We have a direct one-to-one communication with Sony and a dashboard where we communicate on fixing things. Certification is the official. We believe this is ready to go submission. This takes 5 days. Then the submit a list of things to fix. Certification round 2 happens once you have the list of things to fix, have fixed, and then you're resubmitting this to say we believe now is good to go. This turnaround time is shorter since it's then just checks the smaller issues that you attempted to fix rather than first cert submission. And Ryan Stefanelli said that a lot of the issues is with having enough time, as in they're working on getting the achievements converted over. And when they do an achievement, they're like, oh, this doesn't work. And they got to send it back, and then they got to like wait a day before they get back to them. And so it's this whole hurry up and wait type game where you're sending out a message, and maybe they get it, maybe they'll get it to the next day, and then they'll send out their message, and maybe like you have skipped a day, like a day has passed since you sent your message. So it's like taking too long to communicate back and forth, which is crazy because we have this technology here to where stuff gets sent instantly, and it still takes time like this. Like you would think you would have somebody, a dedicated person working on each of these submissions. I don't know how that works in the background, but it just seems like there's definitely a more efficient way to do that stuff than however they're doing it. So it says, what will patch 5 launch with? Right now, patch 5 is going to launch with Quality of Life 2. That's going to be some of the stuff that I showed you, and some more stuff, I guess, that we don't see, as well as quality of life one that we just got with a lot of those interesting updates. If you haven't seen that, check out that video. This is also interesting because quality of life 2 is not 1.0. So they're still saying it's going to launch before 1.0. Summer, we're in August. Summer technically ends at the end of September. I was definitely thinking like the earlier August it would be, but it doesn't look like it's going to be there. So if it's still going to be summer, I'm going to just say before the end of September. We did see this quality of life sneak peek already. And then it says, almost at the end of summer. Hope we have a release date for the PS5 version soon. And they say, we sure hope so. We are in the final stretch before we can submit for certification. Ryan and Joe speak to this briefly in yesterday's Min-Max Show interview. And I'll have a link to that in the description if you guys are interested. It's showing the time stamp. This is a time link here. It's like right at the end of the interview. So it's still a link to the interview. So if you want to see it, you can see it. And that's all for these updates here on PlayStation and the quality of life. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I know a lot of people have expressed that they were kind of getting tired of waiting for the PS5 version to drop because there's so many games coming out. They're just like waiting for this. They just feel like cutting their loss. But I think that if you have a PS5, you should have any issues playing the game, like because you have it, so you have the PS5 version. It was brought to my attention that like playing online wouldn't be free anymore because it's a paid for game. I'm not really sure how that works. I know with most multiplayer games, or at least all of them, that you have to pay for a PlayStation Plus to play online. So I'm not sure if it still counts that way with the way the system is set up with Wayfinder, because I'm playing on PC right now, so I'm not sure how it's going to cross over with PlayStation. It's probably still need to be paying PlayStation Plus or something like that. But the single player version of the game is still soloable by yourself, and I still think it's worth playing when they switch it over. Sorry I'm talking like this. Long day at work, but we're good. But that is the end of that. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, I'll see you guys.